There, my dear daughter-in-law. Might I have a word? I must ask, why on earth did you insist on living so far from us? It's quite the excursion I must make simply to pay my son a visit. I'm exhausted already, and I haven't even seen him yet. And another thing, do you have any idea how much it costs to get here? The taxi driver was beaming when he saw the fare. What? You took a taxi to our place? I'm surprised you could even find one. Remind me to teach you about Uber. More importantly, my favorite mother-in-law, where are you right now? What do you mean? Of course I'm at my son's house right now. Keep up, girl. I'm fairly certain I informed him yesterday about my intended visit. Could he have perhaps failed to mention it to you? Oh no, he did manage to remember to actually tell me you'd be coming this time. I'm just a little confused. I didn't think you'd be coming this early. To be honest, you caught me a little off guard. Well, have you tried thinking about it from my perspective? There is nothing for me to do at home. So I thought I'd come by early and prepare dinner. You must be weary with the both of you working and all. Well, sure. Things aren't all that easy when both people are working full-time. Putting that aside for a second, might I ask, how did you get into the house? Did James swing by and let you in or something? Heavens, no! That boy is far too busy for such a waste of time. I was able to enter because I have a spare key. That way no one's time need be wasted. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Huh? Wait, you have a spare key? Why? I think I'd remember if I gave you a spare key to my house. James made me one. Always solving problems before they arise. He's always been so clever. He added that I'm welcome anytime. But of course, who wouldn't welcome their own mother into their home? Could it be that he didn't mention it to you? These things do find their way of slipping through the cracks. No, it seems he conveniently left that part out. I'll have to have a little talk with him when he gets back. Oh, is that so? Well, you mustn't blame him. He has so much on his plate already. In any case, it shouldn't be an issue. We are family, after all. I don't suppose there may be something unsightly lying about that you'd prefer to keep private, is there? No, of course not. We're not a couple of teenagers. We're grown adults. That's not the problem here. Well, in that case, there is no need for concern. It's best that I have access, after all. It's a convenience for you as well, correct? Lighten the burden a bit. If you find yourself too busy, I can do the cleaning. I would be more than happy to cook as well. You mustn't let work get in the way of providing your family with proper meals. We are managing that perfectly fine on our own, thank you very much. And as for that spare key, I would appreciate it if you gave me some heads up about when you are going to drop in. A heads up? Do you mean to tell me I require approval to visit my own family? Whatever for? Is this not my son's home? My own flesh and blood? On what grounds does a mother need permission to visit her son? It's not just your son's home. It's my home too, you know. On top of that, I have my personal belongings, like my work equipment there too. It would be a nightmare if something got broken. Don't worry. I have no intention of laying a finger on any of your belongings. I'm merely trying to support my son while you are out of the house. Surely you wouldn't refuse such a proposal. It seems perfectly reasonable to me. Well, I guess so long as my work stuff is left alone, it shouldn't be a problem. It's settled then. On another note, is it all right for you to be squandering your time like this? Don't you have work to be doing? I'll prepare dinner, so don't trouble yourself about it. Feel free to take your time coming home. Well, all right, if you say so. Oh, Bertha, I'd prefer not to, but I have to ask. Did you happen to go into our bedroom yesterday while you were cleaning? Why, yes, I did. I can't clean without being in the room, can I? What of it? I hope you don't intend to complain about me sacrificing my time to clean your house, do you? I really wish I didn't have to, but I just noticed something was missing from our room. Something personal. You didn't throw anything out or anything, right? Ah, yes. You're talking about those disgusting things, aren't you? There should be no need for such precautions between a husband and wife. And here I was wondering why I didn't have any grandkids, like a fool. I should have suspected as much. That is none of your business. That is between me and my husband. You can't just go around throwing away our things. On top of that, why did you think it was okay to go into someone else's bedroom? Anyone with common sense knows that's wrong. Oh, please. Spare me the melodrama, dear. It's nothing to work oneself into a tither over. There is nothing wrong with a mother entering her son's bedroom. More than that, what you are doing is a problem. That's why no matter how long I wait, I never get a grandchild. Even though James has been so adamant about having children. Don't you feel bad, not performing your duties as a wife? Like I said, that is between him and me, and that's the end of it. We need to save up first if we want kids. If we have a child now, we're going to have to change our work hours, and we can't afford it now. That's why we decided to have a child only when we're ready. Oh dear, that's no way to live. Once you have the child, those little things take care of themselves. You'll see. Also, please don't forget we're here for you as well. If you truly insist on continuing to work, I'd be more than happy to help you with the housework. I can even move in with you two and help you with the housework. Hold on a second. Don't start packing your bags just yet. We haven't talked things through that far yet. If possible, I would have liked to avoid saying this. It's very unpleasant for a woman to hear. However, you leave me no choice. Have you taken your age into consideration? You do realize you are already 25 years old. I was 22 when I had my first child. Of course, at the very least, you'll need to have 3. We must have at least 2 boys, so best to get started immediately. Okay, for 1, we don't get to choose the sex of the child. 2, we don't have nearly enough saved up to properly support even 1 child, let alone 3. Finally, about the whole moving in with us idea, I have to put my foot down on this one. When we do have children, I will be the one to raise them. Thank you very much. I never said I was going to raise them in your stead. And let us be clear, although they may be your children, they will also be my grandchildren. Like the old saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. I would like for you to reconsider your position on the matter. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm the one who bears them, and you're going to be the one raising them. That's how I heard it, at least. Am I wrong? Oh, you're putting words in my mouth now. I didn't mean it like that. And you may be enjoying your work right now, but isn't it lonely for a couple to have no children? It's about time you made James a father already. He's going to get tired of you if you're not careful. Well then, that's just too bad. Nothing you say can change our financial situation. It's just not possible for us right now. The way things stand, we just can't afford to have children. So I again kindly ask that you do not make yourself at home when we're out. And let's stop throwing away other people's personal belongings, shall we? Goodness, you really are an impossible girl. A little charm goes a long way, you know. I'm going to have a conversation with James's father today about this. I'm saying this for your own good. I hope you understand the position you're in. You need to start taking your position as a wife more seriously. Just to confirm, the 2 of you will be visiting us next week, correct? Yeah, James told me about it already. We're both looking forward to it. I'm probably going to be a bit late because of work. Yes, ever the workhorse, aren't you, dear? You really need more balance in your life. As I'm sure you're aware, James is planning on coming separately to get here earlier. His brother and his family will also be joining us. It'd be rude to keep them waiting. James has been so excited to see his little nephew. Children are such a source of joy. Yeah, I think he mentioned it. Well, enjoy the family time then. I'll get there when I can. Oh, one more thing before I forget. I'm sure you've already thought of it, but since Thomas is coming with his wife and his son, be sure to bring a little something for everyone. It needn't be anything extravagant. Perhaps a nice dessert or the like. Since you'll be late the day of, be sure to prepare it the day before. If you put it together the night before, James can bring it when he comes. So I should prepare something for the whole family to enjoy, right? All right, I got it. I'll pick up a couple things before next week then. Oh, it almost slipped my mind, but there was one more thing I thought I should mention. I spoke with my husband about the conversation we had last time. Once he heard the whole story, what do you think he said? He told me he thinks I did the right thing. You see, anyone with an ounce of sense would do the same. Is that so? It must be nice having a husband who has your back. Speaking of which, I also spoke to James about the matter, and there seems to be some miscommunication. You know, regarding your whole opposition to having children and such. After speaking with him, it seems that, in reality, he is not of the same opinion. Certainly not like you made him out to be, at least. What? Hold on, that can't be right. When did you talk to him? There's no way that can be right. Something's off. I swear we had a long, deep discussion about where we are and where we need to be to support a child, and he was in complete agreement. Dear, you know I wouldn't dream of calling you a liar, but do you expect me to believe you over my own son? Granted, that boy is quite a sensitive soul. Perhaps he was simply too kind to say what he really feels, to avoid hurting you. Then you go and take advantage of his gentle nature and forced him to go along with your little life vision, didn't you? That's not what happened. I would never do something like that. He was totally on board before. Oh? I wonder. Not the impression he gives off, but what do I know? I'm only the woman who gave birth to him. Well, in any case, you simply can't just keep going this way. Something has to give, so to speak. I believe you understand what I'm saying, yes? Yeah, I read you loud and clear. Wonderful! You being a clever girl saves me the tedium of elaboration. You know, Thomas's wife is already carrying their second child. Such a lovely girl. A model wife. You could learn a thing or two from her. Tom's wife is a stay-at-home mom, though. That makes having children a bit easier. Tom makes enough that she can afford to concentrate all her efforts on the family. James and I are unfortunately not in the same boat. What did you say? Are you suggesting James doesn't make enough for you? You would be wise not to bite the hand that feeds you. No, that's not what I meant. I just meant to say things are different for us. If you don't have enough money, you can tighten the purse strings. Maybe cut back on a few luxuries. You can always take on more work. A few more hours here and there. There are plenty of ways to make finances work. If you still don't know how to budget, I'd be happy to share some insight with you. I already work full-time and put in overtime every week. If I take on any more work, I won't be able to do any of the housework. If that's the case, then we can revisit my initial proposal. Let's live together after all. I've given it some thought, but I think I have to pass. Even though you complain about housework and such, you won't accept any help. How selfish can one be? Despite being a working woman, your lack of brains never ceases to astound me. You are not a child. It is time to put your family first. I don't even have the energy to argue anymore. Since we're on the topic, there is one more matter of business. Before you begin the child-making activities, you should go have yourself looked at. You mean go to the doctor? What for? Advice on ovulation cycles or something? No, nothing of the sort. We need to have the doctor check if you're even fertile to begin with. What? You're doubting my ability to get pregnant now? Well, if either of you have any physical problems, the whole process would be a waste of time. Wouldn't you agree? This is out of consideration for both parties. If you turn out to be barren, knock on wood, we will need time for James to find another suitable partner. There's not a moment to lose. Are you telling me to get a divorce if I can't have children? Of course! The entire purpose of marriage is to create progeny, to carry on the family line. A wife who cannot bear children cannot be called a wife at all. So, for all of our sakes, do get yourself tested. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Fine. You know what? Have it your way. I'll make an appointment today. That, of course, means James is going to get tested too, right? Oh, I doubt that would be necessary. He is, after all, my child. It's simply unthinkable that he'd have any such defects. Not to be rude, but your pedigree is the one in question here. Just so I'm hearing you right, what you're saying is that it's definitely my fault if it turns out we can't have children? I see you finally put all the pieces together. What a clever girl indeed. Be sure to bring the results when you come next week. Don't go forgetting now. I wish you the best of luck. My grandchildren are counting on it. Sorry for being so late. I just finished work. I'm leaving the office right now. Should I pick anything up on my way over? It's quite late indeed. We're all fine, just bring yourself. It's a shame they work you so hard, though, even keeping you from your family. As for here, we've already begun the cooking. We decided that filet mignon would be appropriate. It wouldn't be proper to serve anything less for a pregnancy celebration. I see. Well, it sounds like everyone is going to have a nice meal. It will still be some time until I arrive, though. Since it is getting late, we unfortunately must begin without you. No need to fret, though. We'll be sure to keep yours in the refrigerator. Thanks for the consideration. I could use a good meal after a long day. I'll be there as soon as I can. Oh, no need to rush, dear. We will all be waiting, so take your time. The food isn't going anywhere either. Thanks. I'll see you when I get there. Hello? I finally got here, but no one is answering. The door is locked, too. Where is everybody? Oh, my apologies. I thought James had contacted you. We've all finished dinner and decided to step out for a bit. Please go on in and help yourself to dinner. The spare key is underneath the flower pot. Feel free to let yourself in. Your food is in the refrigerator. You'll need to heat it up, of course. Oh, thanks, I guess. I'll just go in then and eat. By myself. Alone. You're very welcome. We should all be back in an hour or so. Just look after the house while we're gone. I really hate to be a bother, but I gotta ask one thing. What's the matter? We're trying to enjoy ourselves here. Please don't tell me you can't find the key. Oh no, I got in all right. No problems there. What I wanted to ask was, you said you put the steak in the refrigerator, right? Why, no, we ate all this steak, of course. Oh, forgive me. I see the cause of the confusion. There is no steak for you, dear. Yeah, I see that. What is this? Soup? Yes, nothing like a refreshing bowl of warm soup after a hard day's work. After all, today is to celebrate Thomas's wife. I never said anything about there being steak for you. Uh-huh. So that's how it is. I was expecting something. Wasn't sure what, though. Oh, come now. It's too early for you to be enjoying that kind of expensive meal. Soup should be more than enough for a wife who's abdicating her duties. Yes, For a moment, I had forgotten that my entire worth as a woman is dictated by the contents of my womb. Thanks for the reminder, though. Always keeping me grounded. I sincerely hope I didn't hurt your feelings. It's just that there is a proper way of these things. Surely you understand. Not at all. Actually, I'm grateful. Thanks to this, I finally made up my mind. And it's all thanks to you, my loving mother-in-law. What are you going on about this time? What do you mean you made up your mind? Oh, nothing. You'll see soon enough. Look forward to it. I'm not sure I appreciate your tone. No matter. If you would also like to be celebrated like Thomas's wonderful wife, try having a child or two. Her little boy is the most adorable thing you've ever seen. Speaking of which, you didn't forget to get tested, did you? Of course not. I stopped by the doctor's just like I promised. I had all the tests done. I am perfectly healthy and everything is in proper working order. I hadn't given it any thought, but it's kind of nice to know, now that it's done. Is that so? I must admit I had my doubts. I'd like to personally see the results myself, to be honest. However, if that's the case, then you can finally start on your journey to motherhood. We'll be back shortly. Do finish up eating before we get back. Oh, and it shouldn't need to be said, but make sure to clean up after yourself. Lastly, we were in a hurry to enjoy some time outside, so there are a few more dishes that need cleaning. Be a dear and wash them with yours. I'd love to, but actually, I already left. I'm heading home already, so I'm afraid you'll have to do your own dishes. You left? Why? You could have at least greeted Thomas's family. Quite rude of you. Well, think about it. Today is a day for celebration. The whole point was to get together for Tom's wife, right? A childless wife like me would just be in the way. You all just enjoy your time as a family. Is that so? That certainly is the case. However, we had no intention of alienating you. Well, if you insist, I suppose it can't be helped. Also, I think James was saying something about staying over. I'd appreciate it if you can take care of him for me. It's not often we get to enjoy a 3-day weekend, and I'm sure he wants to relax. Tell him not to mind me and to take it easy. My, aren't you being sweet all of a sudden? Well, that is the proper attitude a wife should take to begin with, I suppose. Very well. James will be staying here then. Make sure at least the house is clean for when he returns. I got it. The place will be spotless. James won't even recognize it when he gets back. Tell him to take it easy and enjoy his break. You! What have you done? What is the meaning of this? James arrived home only to be greeted by this atrocious scene. He called me, panicking. I scarcely believed him, but after seeing it with my own eyes. He also told me you haven't been home since yesterday. Where have you been this whole time, and what have you been doing? Explain yourself. Yeah. First, why isn't James the one contacting me about our home? Why is it you're the one asking me about it? Is he too scared? Do you think he has time to talk to you? He's trying to get this disaster under control. He's going to be here forever with this mess. He's been at it this whole time and isn't making any headway. You mean he's actually cleaning? Wow. I honestly didn't think he was capable. I'm impressed. What are you talking about? I won't have you speak of my son like he's some kind of invalid. That doesn't matter. We need to do something about this disgusting house. Civil people can't live like this. It's obscene. What am I talking about? I guess you don't know about how we split the chores. That man can't even be bothered to carry his laundry to the laundry room. Taking the dishes to the sink is too much of a chore for him, too. All he does at home is lay on the couch and play video games. I'm not even exaggerating about being surprised. I honestly thought something was broken in his brain or something. He shouldn't have to. Keeping the house in a presentable manner is the wife's responsibility. It's only natural for you to take care of such tasks. It's time you listen to me. I may be a wife, but I'm not a housewife. I work just as much as he does. He can clean a plate. What nonsense are you spouting now? I didn't ask for justification. It's the wife's obligation to take care of the home. That is how it has always been and how it must be. And that's how useless husbands are made. You're the reason James can't even wipe the counter. It's all making sense now. That way of thinking made him the man-child he is today. Since when have you developed such a foul attitude? Forget it. Enough of this. I will no longer engage in this game you're playing. Just get back here and start cleaning already. You're the one who made this mess, aren't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. I made sure to clean the whole place thoroughly. Just like you told me. The problem was too much waste. We need to cut back. Get rid of needless expenses. What? You've gone mad. This house looks like it's been burgled. There isn't a single place in the house that a sane person could declare clean. For example, you know how expensive dry cleaning is, right? It's a waste to send suits to the cleaners, so I just put them all in the washing machine. You can't put them in the washing machine! You'll destroy their shape! You'll never get wrinkles out after that. They're ruined! Oh, and I tried making some nice cheap soup. Can't have the good stuff until we have a kid, right? But I also had the bath running. I thought James would like to relax once he got back. And it was just about to overflow. Once I noticed, I ran to stop it, of course. But I ended up slipping. That's why the whole bathtub is full of soup. What? Why would you carry the soup to the bath in the first place? This is a madhouse. I can't even grasp what you're trying to say. Are you no longer capable of speaking coherently? Have you lost your mind? I did remember to put the laundry out to dry, though. Little did I know that today's forecast was torrential downpour, though. Don't you just hate how heavy soaking clothing is? They take forever to dry, too. Oh, and... Stop! Wait. Don't tell me there's more. I have had quite enough of your antics for one day. I may not have children, but I pride myself on taking care of the house after all. After thinking long and hard on where we can make cutbacks, the answer was staring me right in the face. I unplugged the fridge. It's a real energy guzzler. This is going to lead to some huge savings. Stop fooling around. This is serious. What have you done to this place? What is the meaning of all this? Whatever do you mean? I just finally took your advice to heart. Start small and work your way up. If we want children, we have to make cutbacks. I didn't mean like this, you fool! You can't possibly believe that any of this is reasonable. Oh, just you wait. If you can't see the reason in it, don't worry. We're just getting started. What do you mean? I will not play these games with you any longer. Oh, don't say that. I left a special present. For my two favorite people. Present? I'm sure you mean punishment. Well, out with it. What more wickedness could you have possibly worked? Oh, the house must have been too messed up to notice. It's attached to the fridge, under the smiley face magnet. It's divorce papers. Divorce papers? What is the meaning of this? Why did you get divorce papers? Gee, let me think about it. I have a husband who refuses to stand up for his wife. A mother-in-law from the 1600s who sees women as nothing more than baby-making machines. And a father-in-law who can't be bothered to knock some sense into the other two. You've treated me like a failure just because I haven't had a child yet. And I have had it with all of you. Of course! What other word is there to describe a wife that won't have children than a failure? What value does a wife who won't make children have? Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about that. What do you mean, nothing you can do? Oh, did I forget to mention? This is really just the icing on the cake. But James is shooting blanks. What? He went with me for the fertility testing. You should have seen the look on his face when the doctor said he couldn't have kids. I almost felt bad for him for a second. No, this can't be. There must be some kind of mistake. There's no way my child is. Oh, it's all true. And what do you think is the first thing he said to me when he found out he was sterile? He looked right in my eyes and asked me to tell you that it was me. I've been through a lot with you people, and I think my skin is a layer thicker than most because of it. But even I was stupefied after hearing that. He had absolutely no reservations with putting his wife on the chopping block. Also, Mommy wouldn't think so poorly of him. Wait. Stop. This is James we're talking about. That just can't be. Yeah, I'd say I'm sorry to tell you, but we both know that'd be a lie. So, like I said, no matter how much I try, it's not going to change anything. No, it can't be. You're lying, you snake. I'm sure you are the real reason. It's you who can't have children. Listen, lady, I've had enough of you already. But I'd be happy to bring you to the doctors if you would like. We'll bring James too, of course. You can hear it straight from the doctor's mouth. I think you could use a dose of reality. Wait, fine. I will for now assume that what you are saying is true. Even still, are you saying you intend to abandon your husband? I mean, yes, certainly children are a blessing, but a husband and wife is more than just children. The two of you can live your lives together, supporting one another. Didn't you swear to stay together in sickness and health? Till death do you part? Wow, that's so strange. I could have sworn one of the many pearls of wisdom you gave me was something about the whole point of marriage was to make kids. Do you mean to say there was some recent event that managed to change your life philosophy in such a short time? Yes, all right. Fine, I may have said something of the sort. However, at that time, I couldn't imagine that James would have been the cause. Yeah, I'm sorry for you. I really am. But you know, I had my hopes and dreams too. I wanted children. I wanted lovely in-laws that were kind and caring. I wanted a husband who would support me and protect me. Who would stand beside me, not behind me. You're being rash, dear. Think about this for a moment. You must realize being a divorcee looks bad. Even without children, you can still have a life together. There is so much to do, so much to experience as a couple. Once you get divorced, it will be too late for regrets. Please, what are you talking about? Half the people our age are divorced. It's not a scarlet letter anymore. And even if it was, as far as shame goes, divorce is nothing compared to being that man's wife. Watch your mouth. I won't tolerate you insulting my son. I don't really care what you tolerate or not. Just have him sign the papers. Or else I'll go around telling everyone what a witch you are. I wonder what your snooty neighbors would say if they knew about all this. I'm cutting you people out of my life, so it doesn't matter to me. Wait, that's not necessary. I understand. You needn't do anything rash. Don't be scared. I'm really grateful for all your advice, you know. Especially the cutting back part. Thanks to you, I am about to cut the biggest expense in my life. Your son! Works out perfectly, don't you think? No, you can't be divorced. I won't stand for it. We have Thomas's family. We don't need any more grandchildren. Just please reconsider the divorce. I don't think so. A monster mother-in-law who can't stop babying her son. And a mama's boy who's petrified to even speak up for himself. I wouldn't wish you two on my worst enemy. So with that, I'd like to make a return. He's all yours. Monster mom-in-law! Monster is about the nicest word I can come up with for you. Trash mom, garbage mom. I have some others if you prefer four-letter words. Maybe you just never got the memo, but it's the 21st century. Picking on your daughter-in-law isn't in vogue anymore. I have never once picked on you. Everything I have said or done was in the best interest of my son and his family. You're just trying to rouse sympathy by playing the victim. Wow. I have to say, your lack of self-awareness is actually kinda impressive. Well, let's see if we can't jog your memory a bit. You said dinner the other night was to celebrate Tom's wife's pregnancy. But when I got to the house, I noticed the number of dirty dishes didn't add up. That got me thinking. A properly cooked filet mignon is pretty rare in the center. Is that really okay for a pregnant woman to be eating? Of course, she didn't eat it, did she? It can't be helped. She had to avoid that kind of food for the baby. Sure, it's for the baby. One little problem with that logic, though. If she was the person of honor, wouldn't it make sense to serve, I don't know, food she could actually eat? Well, that's... Sure, in hindsight, perhaps it wasn't the wisest choice. You know, if you keep harassing her like you do, you're going to lose her too. I'm done with you all, so I'm saying this to you and Tom both. Seems like she's still putting up with your behavior now, but you never know when a woman will snap. Make sure she doesn't turn out like me. Wives need to know their place. I will not be lectured by a childless woman who intends to abandon her husband in his time of need. Not like your son was going to fix that problem. I'm not going to be your daughter-in-law anymore anyway. So say whatever you want. I'm free. My only regret is not standing up to you sooner. You cannot do this. Listen, everything is fine. Things got slightly out of hand. Just come back home and all will be forgiven. None of my stuff is there anymore. There is no place for me there either. Good luck with the cleanup, though. So long, witch. Wait, this is not over. I will not acknowledge this divorce. Hey, are you listening? Answer me. We are not finished here. I had already predicted James and his mom would come hunt me down, so I stayed in a hotel near my company for a few days. Not having to deal with him made it feel like a vacation. Surprisingly, it seems they paid my parents a visit too. Of course, my parents were less than welcoming. Neither of them could stand up to my dad, and they ran with their tails between their legs. A few days later, James signed the divorce papers and sent them to my parents' place. After that, James messaged me every day, begging for me to come back. Once I submitted the papers, I blocked the whole family. I found a new place and am happily living on my own. I started a collection of all the flashy plants that James hated. I make sure to give them lots of love every day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.